Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Hey, welcome back to our channel, Our Philippine Journey. Mike and Arlen. It is, what is it? It's Wednesday, the 22nd. Wednesday, the 22nd. Arlen's going to be back Saturday night down in the province taking care of her father. He's recovering nicely. Thank you, all the well wishes that we received. Hey, you know what? If you're thinking about retiring, living, visiting, coming to the Philippines, there are three things that you must bring. The three most important things. And then there are three very important things that you need to leave at home. You just have no need for them here. And we're going to go through that, and we're going to tell you how it is. All right? The first thing that's most important is patience. Okay? That's more important than anything else. You know what? You can replace your passport, quick ride down to the U.S. Embassy. You can replace your bank cards. Nowadays, you lose a credit card or something like that, you cancel it, they'll FedEx you a new one. All right? And as I've said before, you should always have an alternative method. Don't come with just one way to get access to your finances. But the bottom line is patience. Now, you may think you have a lot of patience. You've had to deal with the Department of Motor Vehicles or whatever they call it in your state. It is nothing compared to any of the government agencies that you may have to deal with here. Patience. That patience is important because it comes across not just in dealing with governmental issues. It comes across in just dealing with what's happening out there. For instance, the way dinner is served. When you go to a restaurant, service is much different. You may think you're getting poor service. Really, what you're getting is average. Be patient. Okay? You've got to be patient. I cannot stress it enough. You will get in more trouble and you will have more problems by not just being patient and understanding. It's not like somebody has it out for you because the line is moving so slow. That's just the way it is. I mean, you can go to the grocery store here and they'll bar scan everything at the speed of smell. Just get used to it. Absolutely used to it. You're going to go to a SM and you're going to buy something. Like, let's say you just buy a fan. Okay. It's not like you just pick up the box, go to the register, and purchase the fan. You pick up the box, go to the register, they then take your box, go to the side, take it completely out, plug it in, and make sure it works. Because returning stuff here is not a big option. All right? Patience. Patience means everything here. From dealing with people to dealing with organizations, patience is a virtue, without a doubt. The second thing you need to bring are your best manners. You're going to find that the Filipinos are very gracious hosts, and you're going to find that no matter how upset you are with them or they are with you, they're always going to smile. They're always going to remain calm. It's a very rare exception you can get one of them to yell at you. Okay? Bring your manners. Recognize what's going on and understand what's going on. Learn a little bit too. That's kind of important. Uh, if you're being introduced to a group of people and there are children in that group, and you are shaking hands with them, and then you come across an 8, 9, 10, 12, 13-year old, and you're an adult, they may take your hand and they may put it up against your head, their hand up against your head. That's a sign of respect. Understand manners. Manners are critical. That's a very abstract example. It doesn't happen to most of you. And if it does happen, you're usually with a Filipino in that instance. And obviously, they're going to give a lot of latitude as a foreigner for you not knowing it. But other stuff, say thank you. Allow it to be. One of the things that you may have to use in combination is both patience and manners. The Philippines is notorious for having lines, and you're being patient, patiently waiting in line, and people are cutting in line. Well, may not be something you're really ready for, willing for, but mind your manners. You don't know. One of the things you may not realize is that senior citizens here go to the front of the line in most instances. Elderly, handicapped, women and families with small children. One of the biggest places those of you that are traveling through the Philippines are going to encounter these types of issues is at the airports. Queuing up to board aircraft is something that takes both patience and manners. But above all else, just be polite. Say thank you. Salamat. Thank you. Or if they say salamat, you say walang anuman. You're very welcome. Okay? That goes a long ways, or somewhat. Patience and manners. Now the third one. The third thing you need to bring, more important than everything else, or as important as the other two, and more important than many of the other different things, is an open mind. You are a foreigner in a foreign country. Things here are not the same. Not even close to the same. If you don't know what a bum gun is for washing your ass after you take a crap, I suggest you look into it. If you don't know that it's a wise choice to carry around some tissues, look into it. Keep an open mind. You're coming to a culture that is still in older cultural heritages. Okay? Keep an open mind as to what they eat, how they eat. Don't tell them that they're disgusting for eating 16-day-old duck eggs, called balut. Don't give them a hard time about these types of things. Don't make fun of their cultural ways. Okay? We think of cultural things as being religious in many instances. All right? Well, yeah, they have that too. Okay? It's a highly Roman Catholic population here in the Philippines, but there are many other cultural things. Okay? It just is what it is. And you need to accept that you may be exposed to non-Western cultural things. Don't be rude. Don't knock them for the things that they were raised over. Okay? I mean that's just all there is to it. Hang on, I gotta call Arlen. Sorry about that. Arlen had to check in on a couple of things. Hey, so 3 things you need to leave at home. Don't bring them. You don't need them here, and they will not serve you well. First off, your arrogance. Being short tempered. Being a part of thinking that you're right and they're wrong. That's just not going to work. You might even be right and they're wrong. But you need to recognize that you don't know everything. And I'll give you a great example: arrogance. Okay? You're going to meet people. You're going to meet people that are going to offer assistance. You may ask them a question, they'll answer a question for you. And in the back of your mind, you're going, that is so stupid. They have no clue what they're talking about. Well, they may not have a clue, but they may have more of a clue than you think. In most instances, okay, not every instance, but most, those people will have lived in the Philippines and been through the systems of the Philippines and understand what's going on in the area you live in far longer than you. Don't be arrogant. Don't be easy to fly off the handle and yell or criticize people. Just don't do it. Leave that at home. All right? You just don't need it. Hey, look, before we get off to the other two, I need to ask you one thing. Please, if you find this even the least bit informative, if you somehow got some enjoyment watching me, which I doubt, all right, but if not, please hit that subscribe button and hit that thumbs up. It really means a lot to us. In fact, it's the best thing you can do for us. Of course, we always want to hear your comments. All right? We try and respond to every comment, although occasionally we do get notified late about them. Kind of rolling hand in hand with being arrogance is something that Americans are very, very good at. Hold on, another phone call. Again, I apologize. A sense of entitlement. Americans, some of the other cultures that are coming here, tend to have a sense of entitlement. They feel they've earned the right for certain things you may have in your country. Here, you haven't earned squat. And quite frankly, you probably never will. You're not a citizen. You should have no sense of entitlement. You shouldn't believe that you are going to be treated any differently than the lowest of the low. Sure, you can try and grease the wheels here and there, but don't let that sense of entitlement get you in trouble. Don't let it cause you to feel like you are in a position where you're entitled to something, because you're not. Finally, the one thing that probably stands out the most that you should never bring is your holier than thou opinions. I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to voice your opinions. And I'm not saying you should accept their opinions. But what I am saying is that you have to understand, as I've said already, you are in a foreign country. I hope that the volume didn't get screwed up on that. You're in a foreign country. And with that being said, you are no better than anybody here that is a Filipino citizen. And quite frankly, you're probably no better than any other foreigner. Although I hope you'll act better than a few of the others. In general, 99.9% of all the foreigners we interact with, they are great people. And 99.9% of all the Filipinos we interact with are great people. Don't forget, I spend weeks at a time in the province. And when I say province, I'm not talking about like Cavite or Laguna. I'm talking about a town with a population of 5,000 people. No Burger King, no McDonald's, no Jollibee, no fast food, period. End of story. Although we did get a fried chicken place recently, Crispy King. All right. That being said, that holier than thou attitude that you may have is going to get you in a lot of trouble. You see, what happens is Filipinos aren't like Americans or other cultures. Okay? Where I come from, when we don't like somebody, we just tell them. You know what, buddy? I got to be honest with you. I disagree with you, and I think you're a dumbass. That's what happens in America. Okay? In the Philippines, that will get you in trouble. You don't want a group of people to think that you are that asshole foreigner at the end of the street. You need to live in a community and be a part of that community. And having that holier than thou attitude will shut you out of all the benefits of being in that community. That's all there is to it. Hey, bring those three things and leave those three things, and you will be set for a great start of your visit. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you have a great day. Bye.